One thing I've learned from pulling large travel trailers is how important the right hitch is. It can make a huge difference on the feeling of comfort and safety along your drives. Today I'm installing a weight distribution hitch on my travel trailer, and I'm going to walk you through the processes, what worked well, what my challenges were, and hopefully that will inform you whether this is something you want to tackle or not and what type of hitch you want. Let's see how it goes. Okay, well, I'm going to unbox this trailer hitch and we'll show you what's inside. For reference, this is being installed on my 2012 V-Lite travel trailer and will be used with my 2017 Nissan Armada 4-wheel drive. Your measurements and setup may be slightly different, but the overall process should be very similar. Before we get into the installation, I wanted to explain why I chose this particular weight distribution hitch. One of the biggest factors when selecting a weight distribution hitch is making sure it's rated appropriately for your trailer's tongue weight. A lot of people focus on the trailer's overall weight, but the tongue weight is what actually determines whether your spring bars are properly matched for your setup. In my case, I have a 2012 V-Lite 34-foot trailer with a dry weight of approximately 7,400 pounds. Once you start adding the propane, batteries, food, camping gear, and everything else that comes along with the camper, that number pretty quickly increases. Most travel trailers will have a tongue weight somewhere around 10 to 15% of the loaded trailer weight, so depending on how the trailer is loaded, that could put me somewhere in the neighborhood of 800 to well over 1,000 pounds of tongue weight. I considered smaller weight distribution hitches, including some of the 1,000-pound rated options, but ultimately I decided to go with the 1,400 pound tongue weight and the 14,000 pound trailer weight model. My thinking was pretty simple. I'd rather have some additional capacity than be operating at the upper limit of my hitch every time I load up for the trip. The amount of gear we can bring can change through the season, and having that extra margin can sometimes give peace of mind. Another factor is length. At 34 feet long, I wanted a hitch that was designed to handle a larger travel trailer and provide good weight transfer back to the front axle of my vehicle. For my combination of the 2017 Nissan Armada and this V-Lite trailer, this seemed like the best fit on weights, trailer size, and how we typically camp and haul things like our inflatable boat and bikes, etc. With that out of the way, let's get started with the installation.
And 2 5/16 ball. This is the drop hitch. Two bars. There's your L plates. These two additional plates with welded on bolts. Here's the wrench. It's one bar. The other bar. Check we didn't miss anything. So I didn't have a big enough socket and wrench to fit in there, so I put it in my vise with some good bite. Now I can tighten up that top nut. So I greased those up and slid them into the hitch. Now it's ready to back up into the trailer. So I measured about, it says minimum 4, so I did 5.5 inches from the back end of the rod right here. Made a line, dropped a line down, a reference line, made a mark. Did the same on the other side. through. Put the bolt through and then the lock washer.
Move all the wires out.
So I have a 19 mil, an adapter for my torque wrench, and I have my torque wrench set at 50, which is in between the 45 to 55 spec. Well, this is the final product. The airbags are still filling up, but once those are filled up, we should be pretty good for level. I would like it a little lower in the front, but that was the maximum setting on the hitch for drop, but I think it's good enough.
Overall, the installation was not nearly as hard as I thought. It did take a bit more time getting everything set up, measuring, and making sure I had the right tools for the job. The hitch is now installed and ready to go, and I'm excited to see how it performs in the long run with my Nissan Armada and my large travel trailer. Hopefully this video was helpful for you to decide whether or not this is something you want to tackle. If you liked what you see, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Make sure you're subscribed because one of my next videos will be a real-world towing test where I compare how the trailer handles before and after installing this weight distribution hitch.